Hello and welcome to a brand new game to the channel, and a brand new game that has only been released for 1 or 2 days at the time of this video going live. I am playing this literally about 3 minutes after the game went live. I have been so looking forward to this game. Think Factorio and, I don't know, RimWorld or something like that, just mixed together, and looking forward to it so much. So we're going to jump straight into a new game. I have seen a couple of videos on this, so I do know a little bit about the game. And as I say, I've been following its development a bit, but I've never played it. This is the first time I will have played the game. So we've got the scenario. We have default, advanced, and creative, so you can build your own map, I assume. We'll just be going with default. If you click the button several times, you'll get various different maps. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that one. We'll be starting in the rivers and plains. There are many biomes. Available biomes. Now, as the game goes on, you might run out of space. And the squares that are adjacent to the one you're working in, you can purchase to give yourself more space. And those adjacent biomes will be one of the coloured blue biomes. So high foothills, Grand Canyons, any of those can appear next to this biome for purchase, which I think is fine. Map size, again, depending on your map size, depends on how many of those are available to purchase. We're just going to hit infinite. I don't know if it will ever come up, but if it does, I'd prefer to have as much space as I need. Creative mode we're leaving off. Auto place base, we will leave that on. Smooth starting area off, so yeah, we might just end up anywhere. Start state, yeah, default, so the original. Create. So, welcome to Factory Town. At the start of each map, you only have a few workers, but as you build houses, upgrade your base, and complete research, you'll soon have a fully automated network of conveyor belts and rail lines. Then unlock advanced magic-powered technology to achieve extreme operations. So this just gives you the standard tips and tricks for the game. We'll disable that for the second. Now, you can pause, as I just did with spacebar. It looks like you can move around with WASD. So pretty standard movement and controls in that manner. Okay. To build and expand your town, you will need to collect lots of resources. First, start gathering wood. So, left click to select a worker, then right click a tree. To target it, the worker will chop the tree down, bring it back to the nearest building, and repeat. Okay, so let's get all 4 of you doing that for the moment. You can all cut some trees down. I will be following the tutorial because that just obviously gives me an idea of how to actually play the game. Now this is our base. As you can see, it has an inventory just here. That inventory gets bigger as you upgrade your base, and as you upgrade your base, new things are available to purchase and build, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we've done the first part. Build a house. Housing increase your population limit, allowing you to create more workers and buildings. Open the build menu with B, select buildings, house, left click to place. Okay, so buildings, house. So all you need for a house is 15 wood. Okay, well, I'll let them collect a little bit more wood then. Now, where would I like to build my houses? Just here might be a decent spot. Well, there is an ore deposit very close by. Maybe here? You do need... actually, right here is probably the best thing. You do need a lot of space for houses, so... yeah. I think that will be nice. You can alter terrain and things like that. Although it costs yellow coins. Something. Oh dear God. I was going to say something we don't have, but we do have some. We just don't have many. So with the train tool, it's left click is lower and right click is raise, I believe. So, you know, we could flatten this all out if we wanted to. You can only flatten things out before you place buildings. Once you place buildings, you can't change the terrain around the building, so make sure you're happy with the terrain before you build on it. But I think we'll have a couple of houses. Oh, we don't have enough wood yet, but we'll have one just there for the moment. Road just coming out of it. And as you can see, as we built that house, we gained the ability to hire 2 new workers. We can only have 4 houses as a max. And once you've hit that maximum, you can't obviously build any more. Now, something I didn't do is make sure there was food near the house. But it's not too far to these bits of food here, so that's not that terrible. Okay, so we'll need lots of workers to harvest and deliver goods from one building to another. Open the building menu with B, select workers, get a new worker. Okay, so workers, and as you can see we have wagons, minecarts, harvest drills, fishing boats. Oh, this is so much fun. So there we go, we have a new worker. I want you to harvest that grain. And we'll get another one just to stand there. Thank you. So this guy is going to grab some of this grain and bring it to this house. As this house consumes the grain, it will generate coins for us. Now, as you can see, this shows you all the different things that they want. So at the moment they want food. And there we go. Now, depending on what you supply the house, depends on how much coin you receive. So if you, refine the grain before you deliver it, it will obviously be worth more. Perfect. So these two are working on those houses. Now, the other thing that you'll see is because we're satisfying the need of this house, we're getting a +1 to morale, or happiness. Every 10%, or every 10 happiness gets you 10% production rate. So your buildings and workers will work 10% better for every 10 happiness you have, which is awesome. Okay, so, build lumber mill. Lumber mills turn wood into planks, which you will need for many building and upgrades. Gather 5 stone. So we'll grab one of these guys. Just stand here for a minute, would you? Thank you. Can you please get that stone? Now workers will prioritise walking along roads, and they are faster walking along roads, so it is a good idea to put some down if a lot of your people are going in particular directions. I mean, we could... Yeah, it's number 2 for a road. I think that's there. Yeah. Build another house. Now we don't have the wood requirements yet. Fair enough. So we are getting a little bit of stone. You know what? Let's get another worker. Just to speed that stone collection up a little. Now we do have a few different tools and stuff down here. So as you see, we've got the pause and unpause menu. We've got the workers overview. So we can see what people are doing. Like this guy's doing nothing for the moment. You know what? We'll have you collect grain as well, just because you'll feed it to one of the houses. Not sure which. Oh, they're all feeding this house at the moment. They will feed whichever one needs it at the time, but obviously this one's just stealing all of the resources at the moment. They are a little bit far away from them. We've got the shared inventory. So this shows you the shared inventory. At the moment, the only building that we have that has an inventory is the base itself. So as you can see, we've got 15 logs, 8 stone. And the reason that the shared inventory is important is because you building comes from the shared inventory. So if I want this lumber mill, for example, the resources for it come out of this shared inventory. Now, if you look in B, there are, in certain places, they've not actually unlocked for us yet, probably because we've not upgraded the building, but you can build, there we go, crates. So crates don't add to your shared inventory, so it's locally kept resources, which is important for certain situations, but obviously I can't use those to build with. So, can be a good thing, also can be a bad thing. But anyway, we've got enough resources to build a lumber mill, so maybe we don't. Lumber mill. We need a worker, of course. Okay, so we do need another house. So any sort of production building requires a worker to work in the building, which is why I couldn't build it just then. And now I'm probably out of wood. Oh no, we've got quite a bit of wood. Oh, it needed 20. That's why I couldn't build it. So where do I want this? I suppose just next to here will be fine for the moment. Yeah. So there we go. Because we have a lumber mill, we can now build crates, grain mills, workshops, chutes, scaffold ramps, so many different things. Okay. So, we want this worker grabbing these logs. Right. You assigned to planks. There we go. So, bring enough wood to your lumber mill to craft a plank. Left click a worker, right click a tree, and drag your cursor to the lumber mill. So before, when I just right clicked, they would take it to the nearest thing that needed it. But now I can specifically specify that I want them to drag that to the lumber mill. Now, I still want some workers taking normal wood to my base. So I'm going to make sure that there's still someone doing that. Because you do need normal wood for some buildings. So I don't want to turn all of my wood into planks. And now that I know how to do that, I'm going to make sure that one worker is taking food to each of these houses. So there we go. One worker per house to take food. So this thing requires 2 planks, 3 seconds, or 2 wood, 3 seconds, and it will produce a plank. Now, one thing that I do need is another person to take the planks to the base. What are you doing? No, I just want you to take that to that base. Nothing else. When there are no planks, you can just stand there and do nothing. Houses can be upgraded to increase your population limit. Upgraded houses will also consume goods faster, helping you earn more coins. So if we select one of these houses, and we can upgrade it. Note. Upgraded actions consume items from the player's shared inventory. Oh yeah, we know that. That's fine. Now we've got the task of upgrading our base. So, we need 20 gold, or 20 yellow coins, 10 planks, and some stone. Well, you know what? We've got enough workers at the moment. Let's add a couple... Really? Oh, they require coins as well. Alright, well, one worker is enough for the minute. So you can cut down some planks as well. And we've got this one person here that's taking that wood to there. Should make lumber a little bit quicker. Although we also need coins. Escape closes menus, but it also opens the main menu. Now, early days, we're obviously having to do a lot of stuff manually. Later on, this becomes conveyor belt hell. And automation and buildings that will produce stuff for you, and oh, I cannot wait. I hope you guys can tell how excited I am for this game. As soon as there was a release date added to the Steam webpage, I was literally bouncing in happiness, just waiting for today. Now, resources on the map, like these trees, are limited. So as you can see, this tree here has 44 logs. This one here has only 10 logs left. Once the resource is completely consumed, that tree will disappear. And it won't grow back. There are ways to grow trees back and grow food and things like that, but that comes later on. So at the moment, we have just got the resources that are on the map. And once they're gone, well, they're gone. At that point, you would have to buy more land. So, as you can see, I could purchase this for 1,000 yellow coins. Can't get that one because I've got no connection to it. Again, 1,000 coins, and as far as I know, the cost will probably increase as I purchase one. So if I purchase this one, the next one's cost will go up. But I'm not 100% sure. I do like that it shows you what it looks like, so you can sort of make a decision. But it doesn't show you where the resources are, or what resources there are in there, which I think is quite good, because if I knew where the resources was, I wouldn't sort of buy them and explore. Are we ready yet? We are. Can we upgrade? Oh no, we need more happiness. Ah! Okay, so in that case, I want another house. That I don't have enough logs for. Really? Okay, you deliver logs to this place for the minute. Because we've got a lot of planks and no logs. Which isn't ideal. This is why I say it is important to deliver to both the lumber mill and the base, because I do require both. I need 15 for this house. So as soon as I have 15, I will build that house. You just require planks, so you know what? We'll upgrade you and you. We've still got enough coin, and we've still got everything we need. It's just we need that extra happiness. So I'll be able to purchase another worker, build the house, and then bring more food items. I might start getting apples instead of the grain, because the grain is disappearing quite quickly. And there are a lot of apples. You know what? You can get apples and take them there. So as you can see, this guy's decided to use the road, and he is much quicker than the other two. One more log. Come on. Perfect. So one more worker. I'm sorry that occasionally the screen jumps. It's if you approach the corner, it really moves quickly. So you deliver to that house. And look at that, we have happiness of 4. Oh, this house has 2 happiness. Oh, okay. So because I was delivering grain, and then I delivered both grain and an apple there, before this grain has run out, I'm getting a happiness for both of those items being delivered, which is why I've got a 2 happiness in this house. Once that grain disappears, because I'm no longer delivering grain, I'll lose a happiness. But this happiness will take it over, so it doesn't matter. But 4 happiness is all we needed, so we have now increased the happiness, or increased our base. So we've unlocked our maximum number of houses is now increased by 4, and we also have a new building, the food market. Thank you very much. So, build a food market. Markets can be loaded with items, and then nearby houses will automatically buy from them. So no more my people will have to walk this distance. I can build a food market that's in range of these, and it will be much quicker. So, it's much more efficient and convenient than delivering goods to individual houses. Open the build menu, blah 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 blah. We know this bit, and you'll probably see this little exclamation mark next to each of these different tabs. That shows you that there's something new that you can build that you've not seen yet. So there's all the different scaffoldings. In here we have chutes. That's your very first piece of automation, and we may end up using that a little. But as you can see, we've got food market. So that's going to require 20 yellow coins, stone, and planks. So we're going to have to deliver a little bit of food to these guys so that we can earn some coin. Ooh, apples are worth 2 coins. Nice. Now, as you can see, these buildings do have quite a good radius on them. So I could build this here and it would cover all the houses. However, I basically want to cover as much of this island as possible, because I think I'm going to flatten it out and use it as my primary housing area for the moment. So, first thing I want to do is lower some of this terrain. And I need coins. Damn you! It's one of the only problems. It does require a lot of coin to modify terrain. Sorry if you guys notice a brief pause and a change in the music there. I had to disappear because someone was at the door, so... Right, we're waiting for money so I can change terrain. Ah, it costs so much. I can't wait until we have lots of houses and we're getting a lot of money constantly. Then this issue won't come up as often. Is that enough? I mean... How big is... The food market's only a 3x3. I just want to make sure that I've taken away as much of the sort of hill as I can, so that I don't have to demolish the building later to make it fit. So really, I want to change that piece there, that one there, and no, that one's fine. Okay, so that's enough. Food market. I can't actually afford it yet because I've spent all my money, but yeah, so the food market will go right there as soon as I can afford it. And then I'll have all my workers delivering straight there instead of delivering to the houses. And any houses I build on this sort of little outcropping island will be within the radius of this market. Lovely. So, grab apples and deliver to there. You grab grain and deliver to there. Now if you select a worker, you can tell them to just drop off what they're holding, like that. I want you to grab berries and deliver it to the house. And the reason that I told this guy to just deliver grain and then stop is because I noticed that we have some carrots up here. So you grab carrots and bring them in. So we're getting 4 different varieties of food, all delivered to that market. And as you can see, as soon as something's delivered, someone buys it. Which is awesome. Haha! So bring some grain to the market. We're done. So, next thing to do is build a grain mill. Grain mills turn grain into flour, which can be sold for a higher price. So, obviously a good thing, because if I can sell the grain at a higher price, then I'm making more money. And if I make more money, I can build stuff quicker. And the cycle will continue. So, as you can see, the grain mill needs a population 30 yellow coins, so it's just waiting for that money, unfortunately. And the grain mill, I suppose for the moment, can go just here? Yeah, just here is fine. Nope, we have enough money. Grain mill. Now, one thing that I am going to do, I'm rotating this building sideways like this. So the green arrow is pointing to the market, and that will make some sense shortly. So, if you could please make flour. Now, if I find the one worker that is grabbing grain, instead, can you deliver grain to that mill? Okay. So, now I can produce flour and sell it to the market for a lot of coins. Select the grain mill, select flour recipe, done that. Bring flour to the food market to sell. Now, I could just hire another worker, but I want to start down automation. Oh no, I can't use the chutes for this. Ah, damn it. So I am going to just need a new worker. What I was going to do is have a chute running from my grain mill to my food market. But the chutes will only work with basic resources. Roll valid items down the length of the chute. So, as I say, it will work with the apples, it will work with berries, it will work with the grain, but I can't roll flour down that chute, for example. So, you are going to take that and deliver it to there, please. When there's some available. Now, as you can see, we've got a number of workers at this grain mill. And I can increase that to increase the production speed. So, if I wanted, it to work at 200%, so that would technically only take 2 seconds to be made. I could do that, but it does require my population to do so. I am just going to leave it at 1, because I don't have that many workers to use like that. Perfect. So, building workshop. The workshop lets you craft wooden wheels, conveyor belts, and many other useful and valuable items to help automate your town. So, we now need a workshop. Thankfully, we've got everything we need to just build it straight away. So now we can build a barn, we can build the stonemason, fences, half stairs, and wagons. Thank you very much. So now it wants us to build a barn. Barns are special shared storage structures. Any item you place there is usable when placing a new building or purchasing an upgrade. So a barn is basically a smaller version of my base, and so any item placed in there will show up on this set of resources up the top here. That's my sort of common build stuff. So crates are storage for a location that doesn't add to this. Barns add to it. So it wants me to place a new barn. Yeah, build a barn. Where do I need a barn? Nowhere. Why would I... I mean, I could put a barn somewhere near a load of stone. Something like that, just to cut down on running around, but it's kind of pointless. Well, I need to do it for the tutorial, so let's just build one somewhere. Yeah, you know what? Just over here will do for the moment. I'm sure that we will need this area at some point in the future to build stuff on, so it's not going to be wasted. Eventually, that barn will be useful. Okay. So, create wagons. You can move 4 items at a time, but they are not harvested items. So, if, for example, I chose... with a wagon, you can't cut down trees and deliver that wood to the base. However, I can deliver wood from the base to the lumber mill, or the wood that's produced at the lumber mill into the base. Things like that. So wagons are very useful for delivering, a reasonable amount of items, longer distances. So I could have a wagon delivering the grain, or the flour from here to the market, for example. That might be a decent use for a wagon, if I was producing grain at a reasonable rate, which at the moment I'm not. So we need to tick wood wheels for this, and I need to deliver some wood to it. Now, you're grabbing wood, and you can deliver it to the workshop. For the moment, you were originally delivering the wood to the base, but you can deliver it to the workshop. So, produce 4 wood wheels at your workshop, bring the wood wheels to your base or barn, and then build a wagon. So let's grab another worker for the moment. You can grab wood wheels and take them to the base. And look at that. We are already making wooden wheels. Now, just for the moment, take wood back into there just so it's built a little quicker. Obviously, as soon as we get 2, we end up building a wheel, but that certainly speeds it up a little. Wow, we've got 7 already. So now I can build a wagon. Done. So, chutes. That's showing me tips. That's fine. So, chutes can be used to roll certain natural resources directly into or out of buildings. It can generally speed up production because workers won't have to travel as far, which is fair. So, for example, the guys cutting these trees down, if I had a chute leading into the lumber mill, the workers wouldn't have to travel as far. So, open the build menu, select paths, chutes, into your lumber mill or grain mill. I think we're going to go into the lumber mill. There we go. So, I can now select this tree and select the chute, and my worker will deliver the wood to the chute instead of taking the wood all the way to the lumber mill. And you, once again, if you just grab that wood for the base, please. So, as you can see, we've got wood flying down the chutes. Now, the game doesn't model real-world physics completely. So this wood will roll down here without friction. So the wood will travel at a consistent speed all the way along. However, a chute is unpowered. So if I tried to go up a hill with the chute, the material would slow down and eventually run backwards. If I go down a hill, then the material on the chute will speed up. But as I say, so you can build sort of like roller coasters with the materials, but you can't go up without having some speed built up. Because otherwise it will just back up and break the system. Conveyor belts, however, are powered, and so you can do what you like with them. So, thank you for that. So, next it wants me to build a stonemasons. Okay then. So, one stonemason. That can go just there. So now that we have a stonemason, we're able to build lots of stone buildings. So, your base can be upgraded further to increase the house limit. Base upgrades will often unlock new research options. New research recipes as well. Select the base, hit the upgrade. Now, to upgrade the base this time, we require some stone bricks. And if we look in here, we can make stone bricks. So, you can now deliver stone to there, please. You're delivering stone to the base. You can continue delivering stone to the base. And as I say, this guy will deliver stone to that stonemason. We've only got 54 stone, okay. I would like some more people, but for more people we're going to need more houses. So, 1, 2, and 3. Now, I'm not being space efficient as such with the houses. I'm leaving a 2 gap between them. I could get away with a 1 gap, but I do prefer my roads being too wide. I may change it in the future, I don't know. But having those 3 houses has increased the number of workers I can have, so that's nice. So we'll get a couple of new workers. Deliver stone, please. Deliver stone, please. The other thing I could do is build a chute. No, I can't, because I can't currently afford it. Damn it. Really? Oh, as soon as someone got in the way, it stopped letting me build it. Yeah, fair enough. There we go. All 3 of you deliver stone onto that chute now instead. Alright, 4 of you. And you can deliver stone to the base, because I can't remember which person was doing that already. So you're getting stone, which is producing stone brick. Now this is where I'm going to use the cart. I'm going to grab that stone brick and deliver it to the base. Just because we've already got the cart, I may as well make use of it. And there we go, 4 stone brick. Lovely. So, as soon as we have enough materials, I can upgrade that. One more worker. You're going to grab that to deliver there. Because we stopped making wood wheels, and we need those for the upgrade. There we are. So we've got enough wheels. We're hopefully going to have enough stone brick soon. And now we're just waiting on money. Eek. Now I can get more money by getting a few more people delivering food. You guys deliver grain. That means we'll produce flour more quickly, which means that we'll actually earn some money on that more quickly. Now, if we look in this tab here, Economy, you can see what things are worth. So grain is only worth 1 gold coin. Flour is worth 5. Bread is worth 12. Sandwiches are worth 30. Then you start moving into red coins. There are some more things that are yellow coins. So carrots, for example, are a single yellow coin. Apples are 2 coins, so on and so forth. Wow. Cloth conveyor belts are 22 coins. Nice. But as you can see, depending on how far you are into the game and depending on what things you can make quite a bit of more money than we're currently making on the carrots and things like that alone. But they're helping, so I'm not going to complain. Oh, we have enough. Upgrade! So we now have 4 more houses that we can build. A school that we've unlocked. That's where you can do a lot of your research. And general store. Okay. So, though I would love to continue, we've hit sort of the 40-minute mark in this episode. And I don't want to make this too long because some people don't like watching them, like the videos if they're too long. So I'm going to cut it here. We will return in the next episode and hopefully complete the tutorial, at which point I will be more free to just build, play, and mess up completely. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this game. Hopefully you will join me for the next video, and hopefully you had fun with this one. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.